Hello, Kent Falcons. The purpose of this video is to share with you some of the things to expect when returning to Kent for in-person instruction. One of the first things that will be different about your return to school is that each grade level has a designated gate for entry. Here you see the 5th grade gate. And one of the things that I'd like you to notice is that there are little blue dots all along the mural plaza, which indicate a safe space for students to stand, knowing that you'll be 6 feet apart from other people around you. Here's the 6th grade gate, where 6th graders will enter campus, as well as the dots that are leading up to that 6th grade gate, where you will line up with your peers, waiting to gain entry to campus. Here's the 7th grade gate. It's right by the library, and the dots are leading up the pathway to that 7th grade gate for you to enter our school. And lastly, here's the 8th grade gate. This is over by the locker rooms, 8th graders, and you'll see on the ground here, there's little blue dots there for you as well, under this overhang on the pathway leading to that entry. When you enter campus, a staff member will be taking your temperature just to make sure that you don't have a fever, as well as confirming that you've answered the screening questions to indicate whether you or anybody that you live with have had symptoms of illness over the past 24 hours. When you get onto campus, you're going to notice that there are some yellow arrows, which are indicating the direction that you're supposed to walk when on that pathway. You're not supposed to walk against the arrows. There will always be an opposite path close by for you to walk the direction that you would like to walk. So follow the arrows to find your way to your homeroom classroom. When you get to your homeroom, you're going to notice, yes, more blue dots on the ground, and these ones have numbers written on top of those dots. Those numbers indicate the classroom number. So this dot you're looking at here is a dot that a student in room 5 would stand on before entering the room 5 classroom. Here you can see some room 1 dots, because I'm going to show you in just a moment a sample of what one of the insides of our classrooms look like now. So if I was waiting to enter room 1, I would be standing on a room 1 dot and patiently awaiting my teacher to come and welcome me into class. As we look at the room 1 classroom, there's a few things that I want you to notice about the space. First of all, students will line up on the blue dots and wait to be welcomed inside from your teacher. Once your teacher does, in fact, welcome you inside the classroom, you will come on in and you will clean your hands, either with hand sanitizer or by washing your hands, depending on the direction that your teacher gives. As you look around the classroom, you'll notice that each desk is spaced 6 feet apart in order to ensure that each student has their own safe space from other people in the room. You'll also notice there's a HEPA air filter, which does clean the air from airborne illness. Over by the sink, you'll notice that we do have a hands-free soap dispenser as well as hands-free towel dispenser so that you can wash your hands without having to touch any of the other components. You'll notice that there is a kit of essential protective equipment, which includes extra face masks as well as hand sanitizer and some other materials. I'd also like you to notice that there is a hands-free hand sanitizer dispenser, which is placed on the wall right next to the entry and exit door for this classroom. I'd actually like you to notice that each classroom has their own bag of sports equipment for recess. And this equipment includes some basketballs, some frisbees, yes, some ping pong paddles and ping pong balls, soccer balls and bouncy balls, all sorts of fun things to play out with outside. Recess will look a little bit different. Rather than going wherever you choose on campus, you will actually be assigned to a specific recess zone each day. These zones will change, and this particular sign shows where South Quad Zone 2 is. What you'll notice with these big white lines is that they're separating our play spaces into zones. Here you see the South Quad, it's broken into Zone 1, 2, and 3. So one day your homeroom might be playing in Zone 1, and the next day they might be playing in Zone 3. Here we see the North Quad. Now, we don't have the white lines in the North Quad. The zones are actually split by these pathways designated by the arrows. So here you'll see one of the zones closest to the MP room, and then there's a second zone in the middle of the North Quad, and then a third zone closest to the field in the North Quad. Here you can see the North Quad basketball courts, also broken into 3 zones. You'll notice on all of our benches around campus, there's a little piece of white yarn to indicate one of the seats that you may sit on. Seats without white yarn are not to be sat upon, and this is to ensure that wherever you sit is going to be 6 feet in distance from other people sitting around you. Another thing I'd like you to notice about our campus are the outside drinking fountains. They've actually been transformed from drinking fountains into outdoor hand washing stations. So here you will see that there is actually a faucet which is installed on one of the fountains, as well as some soap and some hands-free towels. The other water fountain to the left has been disabled because using these types of water systems is a really easy way to share germs. When you need to use the restroom at school, we have some different procedures with restroom use as well. In fact, only one student is permitted to be in the restroom at a time. And even though our restrooms do have multiple stalls in them, it still is important that it is only single use. So when approaching the restroom, please use the hand sanitizer on the hands-free hand sanitizing stand. Then, please move the slider from the vacant position to the occupied position. That way, people know without having to open the door that you're inside and to not bother you inside. Then you go in the bathroom, do what you need to do in the bathroom, wash your hands real well, and then upon leaving, you slide back to the vacant position so that students who do need to use the restroom know that nobody's inside. Then use the hand sanitizer one more time and head on back to your classroom. Upon the conclusion of your day and the conclusion of your afternoon homeroom, teachers will eventually be dismissing you from your classroom, at which point you will be exiting the campus. Just wanted to give a reminder that you should please exit out of the gates that you entered in the morning, just to make sure that each grade level has its own designated space to exit the campus. I hope this video was helpful to show you some of the components that are different about our school, and that you feel prepared to join us on Thursday this week if you are in Cohort A, and next Thursday, November 19th, if you are in Cohort B. If you're opting to distance learn for now, please know that we look forward to seeing you back at school when you are ready to join us. So Falcons, again, I hope this was helpful. I could not be more excited to see all of you that are coming back on Thursday, and I'm really looking forward to enjoying this school campus and the teaching and learning that will be happening here in the days to come. If you have any questions, Falcons, you can reach out to me anytime via email. And of course, I'll be seeing many of you in person on Thursday morning. Take care.